Good evening, everybody. Welcome to ACHA Hockey. We are aware that our stream says it's called Lehigh versus Rutgers, but tonight we have Lehigh versus William Patterson. The Pioneers come to Bethlehem. Two teams in a four-way tie for first place in the ECHA. My goodness, what a matchup. What a weekend of ECHA hockey in general with some of the matchups we have. I'm Eddie Fuel. I'm joined by Alex Macri. And a developing story for Lehigh is the situation with the goaltenders. For the Mountain Hawks, there were doubts over whether both Kenny Burgess, a fifth year from Lavalette, New Jersey, who has a 94% save percentage, and then Ben Spire, the senior from Herndon, Virginia, with a 96% save percentage. There was doubts over whether both of them would be healthy this weekend. Burgess is good. He is starting tonight. We don't know if he's 100% or not. However, he is in goal. Ben Spire is listed as out with a knee injury with no listed date of return. Jacob Brown moves up into that backup goaltender spot for Lehigh. So going to be fascinating to see how Kenny Burgess plays tonight, especially after giving up a few goals against Temple.
Yeah, but he's been shut out. He's locked down these past few games. He's been locked in this season. We haven't seen these kind of numbers from him yet, and we hope that he's not feeling injured, looking good in a skate around, but somebody this Lehigh team really wants to be healthy this year.
Yeah, it's going to be fascinating to see how these two teams line up. Going back to how Lehigh performed against Temple, it's such a back and forth game, but the Mountain Hawks eventually pulled ahead. But I wanted to get your thoughts on a pretty cool moment that happened at opening goal for Lehigh. Josh Gruber setting up his brother Zach, or Zach setting up Josh, however, for the opening goal for Lehigh.
Oh yeah, when they've been together on the ice, they're a tough pair to go against on the forward front. Some hard forward-taking guys, and two guys who can find the back of the net we've seen this year.
William Patterson last weekend dropped 2 games to IUP. Their leading scorer, Adam Marvin, did not registered on the stat sheet as playing in those 2 games, but he is standing with his team. So we're going to assume that tonight we're going to see the 2 top scorers in the ECHA, Adam Marvin and Sean Grant, face off against each other.
Oh, this should be a good one.
Yeah, whenever you have... Listen, not only the top 2 scorers in the ECHA are in this game tonight, 6 of the top 10 scorers in the league are going to be on the ice tonight. When do you ever get a matchup like this?
You know, this William Patterson team, they like to score goals. This Lehigh team, they like to score goals. Both teams, you know, little Lehigh likes their defensive end. William Patterson has struggled a little bit on that end. It'll be interesting how that matches up in play. We'll get to see two high-flying offenses go at it.
Yeah, William Patterson has this season, believe it or not, been near the bottom of ECHA teams defensively, and Lehigh is currently first in the ECHA in goals against, are currently 4th in the country. They are trailing only Michigan Dearborn, Central Oklahoma, and Adrian College in goals against per game.
That's. I mean, they're in the top echelon of the entire nation in defense right now. I mean,
I'm sure you like to shout. You like to shout out the Michigan colleges,
yeah. Adrian and U of M Dearborn. Oh, and I'd love to see Lehigh up there with them. Those are some historically good programs. And, I mean, their goaltending has been stellar this year. The defense in general has been stellar, even with Brandon Carnish being out a lot this year.
Yeah. Starting defense for Lehigh, Brendan Carnish still out with a shoulder injury. It's Nico Cataret and Ted Justice. And then the forwards are Behar, Grant, and Garize. We'll talk a lot more about the players on William Patterson after. However, we're going to go on mute for the national anthem. Starting goalies for the two teams. In net for Lehigh's Kenny Burgess, Hunter Conscious. In net for William Patterson has a 1-1 record in 3 games, a .926 save percentage for the Pioneers. And Burgess so far this year 7-2 has a .944 save percentage.
Two good goalies going at it. We're in store for a good one here.
So this opening forward line for the Pioneers, you see Austin Tate's right in front of the camera. He has 16 points in 13 games played so far this season. He's going to be joined alongside Adam Marvin and Matt Smith. All 3 of the starting William Patterson and all 3 of the starting Lehigh forwards all have at least a point per game. We are ready for the opening faceoff, and we are just set, lined up. Marvin versus Sean Grant. And we're underway from the CLI Center. William Patterson wins the opening faceoff, but it's Lehigh possession in the neutral zone. Pioneers breaking out, 7-6 record on the season, 4-2 in the ECHA. As the puck flies into the glove of Kenny Burgess for the first stoppage of the night. ECHA standings quite a logjam at the top. Lehigh, George Mason, Villanova, William Patterson all level on points. Lehigh with the tiebreaker over those 3 teams at the season ended today.
Yeah, all of these games matter a lot when it comes to it at the end of the year for the playoff seeding.
Sean Grant up against the boards. We're going to be talking a lot about number 17, Adam Marvin, tonight for William Patterson. He led the ECHA in points last season, and he is second behind Lehigh's Sean Grant, number 7, in points so far.
Both 2 experienced players. Sean Grant, a senior. Adam Marvin, also a senior.
2 seniors both exercising their 5th year of eligibility due to having a shortened season in 2020 due to the COVID pandemic. William Patterson's 2 ECHA losses are to Temple and Westchester. Westchester is, after tonight, one of the 2 teams in the conference Lehigh hasn't played yet. It would be Westchester and Housen.
Yeah.
Lehigh wins the face-off, and Doer's shot is blocked along the way. Down behind the net, Josh Gruber. Zach Gruber. Josh. And cut down.
Yeah. Hand pass.
Play will stop. 18:54 remaining in the first. Also in the standings, sitting, we talk about it a lot. Top 6 make the playoffs. Sitting outside the playoffs in 8th place, Towson. 7th place is Navy.
Navy, that's a surprising one compared to previous years.
Navy, the reigning ECHA regular season champions, went to nationals last year. Max Toomey shot knocks over a defender. Zach Gruber out to Masella. Masella over to Toomey, sophomore to freshman. And once again a deflection. William Patterson trying to move out of the zone with O'Donnell. O'Donnell with a head full of steam. Up the far side in front of the Lehigh bench. Puck turned over. Zach Gruber. Lastra dumps it in from the red line. Behind the net, Toomey moves it up to Ryan Mock. William Patterson, 29 goals on the season in conference play, 23 goals against in 6 games. One of their losses was to Temple. It was an 8-6 loss. Lehigh's last game was a 5-2 win against the Owls. It's Lastra on the puck. He's going to drop it to the blue line. Pioneers playing it around. They're in their black uniforms with orange color numbers. Mock's going to fight for it right up against the blue line. On the far side in the Lehigh zone. Pioneers moving backward. Mock up the ice. Burkhart looked for it. It was cut away. Now it's Boyle. Pass tipped along the way, and Out of play with 17-19 remaining in the opening period. We're still scoreless at the CLA Center.
If you're this Lehigh team, you're going to want to be very cautious on defense against William Patterson. It's really early in the game, though. We've seen them not taking too many big risks here, forcing them to take shots from the outside.
Yeah, when you have a guy who's entering this game like Adam Marvin, who's averaging nearly 2.5 points per game, is there even a way you can stop him?
Oh, good defense.
Yeah. Now Knox moving off the ice. It's Mason Goldstein, the sophomore out of Alpine, New Jersey. Knocked to his feet, just a shot, deflected away by Koch. Goldstein is going to face pressure from Zach Thompson. Pioneers looking to get the puck away from danger. Push outside into the neutral zone. Onto the stick of Cataract. Well, the ice defense still being hampered depth-wise by the injury to Brendan Carnish. No update so far on when the senior is expected to return to the Lehigh lineup. Marvin with the puck, defensive zone. Max Toomey out on the red line. Toomey chipped in. He played out, top line out for both teams. Marvin racing against Max Toomey. Very curious to see how an experienced William Patterson offense is going to do against an inexperienced Lehigh defense that so far has been holding their own, might not have played a team yet this season to this quality.
Yeah, we've seen players, Ted Justice, Catteray, and Toomey, all guys who've played like they've been around for a bit this year. See if they can keep it up, as you're saying, against a more experienced team.
Masella moving backwards. Turns it over to Marvin in the defensive zone. Good play by Sean Grant to cut that one out.
Stopped by the ref there. Michael Griese wasn't happy with that.
Ethan Behar moving in 2-on-1. Koch is there to get to the puck.
Goalie, Behar got Hunter Koch to go down early there. Might have held on to it a little longer. I think he had Griese out in front. Might be one he wants to take back, but he'll definitely make a mental note of that there.
And face off one yet again by the Pioneers. Moving up with numbers. Cuts in from the near side. Shot saved by Burgess. Mountain off the other way. Ryan Mock. Blue line dumped in by Michigan. Lehigh have had struggles over the past few weeks converting on faceoffs. We definitely saw that in the George Mason game, and a lot of the same in the game against Temple last week in Philly.
Yeah, it's not their strong suit.
Door lines up and it's tipped out of play.
That's tough for the chance there, but yeah, we've seen that them try to change some of their approaches there. You know, if you're not expecting to win faceoffs, you can't run as many plays in the offensive zone. It's kind of all across the board for them, but they make up for it for being ready for whatever the other opposition has to do and trying to go for the tie-ups.
14:23 remaining in the first period in a scoreless Lehigh William Patterson game, as the puck is sent out of play by Boyle. Lehigh wins the face-off. Ryan Mock save. Offensive chance off the face-off. Face-off won again by the Mountain Hawks. Troy Long. Sent over near side. Troy Long behind. Burkhart. Moves it up to Justice. Mock went to tip it along the way.
Good look there by Justice. Put his head up, saw Mock in the center. Much better decision than shooting it right into the shin pads, number 11.
Counter it. Shot and deflected away once again. Mock, another chance. I wonder how much the scouting report for Lehigh is just get shots on net.
You know, it never seems to hurt you in hockey games. You know, the more you shoot, the more you score sometimes.
Burkhart behind. Pioneers fighting back in their defensive end. Counter shot! Second chance by Goldstein. He had a lot of empty space on that net. Just put it over.
Oh, wow, he'll consider that open. As a fairly open net, it was just bouncing around a little too much. Sent it over like a chipper, but needed the putter.
Mason Goldstein, so far this season, 13 games, only 1 goal. The expectations were pretty high, still adapting to his sophomore year. Pioneers out of the defensive end. However, they won't be on the puck for long. Over. Fine, Mountain Hawks trying to move it up. Masella. And shot by Lloyd Patterson, deflected by a teammate, saved by Burgess. Got to the second chance, and just outside the crease, Kenny Burgess extends out to get a glove on it.
Yeah, great A chance there. Puck fell right on his stick in the slot, and Kenny Burgess just had a true one-on-one there. Not a lot on the shot, but Kenny was able to make the save.
I think I saw number 2 on the ice for Lehigh, which would be
Oliver Hall.
First year Oliver Hall in his 3rd appearance of the season.
Yeah.
See a new guy or two rotated every once in a while.
Yeah. Fit right in. Didn't even notice.
William Patterson pushed out of the offensive zone. Marvin's going to stay on the puck. He's going to race in the near side against Toomey. Pick it up. Max Toomey providing pressure. A great poised play by the freshman defenseman. Here comes Grise, and another great defensive play. The other way, Vincent Stoffel.
Not sure he realized how big of a play that was with number 15 with a full head of steam heading at his goalie.
Austin Theets moving up the ice. Cuts in. And Lehigh managing to get away any offensive pressure, however, almost a dangerous chance. William Patterson will not give the Mountain Hawks a break all night. This team, once again, more goals in conference games than Lehigh has. But these teams both tied for first place early on. Michigan up to Grise. Michael Grise trying to stay on the puck. And battling for it. Nick Busey sends it up to Swartout. Thomas Swartout moving behind, the reigning ECHA Rookie of the Year. And the puck's out of play, 11 minutes remaining. In the opening period, we're still scoreless from the Seal Ice Center. Want to catch a Lehigh hockey home game in person? Well, you have 3 more opportunities this semester. November 17th, next Friday, the Mountain Hawks will be facing Westchester at 8:15. And then December 1st and 2nd, a home series against the Big 12 school, the West Virginia Mountaineers, are in town.
Oh, yeah.
So after this, I think we officially have 10 home games left on the season. 1 of them, or 2 of them against Towson and against St. Joseph's. We will not be broadcasting this during our winter break. However, we will be back February 1st, 2nd, and 3rd for Buffalo, and then the season finale against Temple, which, if the ECHA stays this close, could be one of the biggest games in recent history for Lehigh hockey.
Oh, yeah.
Turnover, defensive zone, 2-on-1, beautiful play, and scores!
Wow.
Thomas Swartout. It's 1-0 William Patterson.
Yeah, that was just tic-tac-toe hockey. Nothing Burgess can do once they made that final pass. Got over enough to sort out as a good enough shot where you just float that right over the blocker of Kenny Burgess. And one of the rare big defensive lapses we've seen this Lehigh team have this year, but early on this game, halfway through the first now, but going to have to figure that out against, as they know, a good William Patterson offense.
In a game where either of these teams could win and take the lead in the conference, that is a huge first goal for William Patterson. They lead 1-0 with 10:14 remaining in the opening period against Lehigh. Out on the blue line, back. Caderet over to Justice. Up to Ferdinand Burkhart. Ryan Mock moving in and saved by Koch. Near side corner. Now Knox crashing in, and Justice has his shot blocked. William Patterson once again moving down the ice with Dante Amato, and he's knocked off. Mountain Knox move it up the lead, and it's put out of play. An open game so far. A lot of breakout chances for both teams.
Yeah, both these teams eager to find their way out of the zone. Strategy they've used against a lot of their opponents this year to get those good odd man break chances. Not going, both using it against themselves here.
Lehigh's team, I mean, you can refer to them this year as the brick wall of Bethlehem. They've gone 11 straight games, giving up 2 or less goals.
Yeah. And then Patterson already halfway up the hill for trying to find their way around that.
Toomey. The ice Goldstein. Save. Second chance, almost got to it. And knocked on the ground, out in front. Hall moves it over to Toomey. Toomey, the flow. How did he get a save on that? Over Hall. Stays with it. Save again. Danger still not averted. Marcella's shot blocked. Teens is going to race over it alongside Matt Smith. The Pioneers clear the zone.
Massive block there by Matt Smith to end what could have been a very dangerous possession for the Mountain Hawks. It's like they're one shot away from a goal there.
I liked what I saw from Oliver Hall down there.
Yeah, he was not giving up. Oh, boy.
Oh, the turnover. 1-0, and Burgess out of the net. Denying Swarnow from getting goal number 2.
Flying poke check from Kenny Burgess.
But that was a huge error for an inexperienced Lehigh defense. Another on here turnover. 8 minutes left in the period. Oh. The Hail Mary pass up finds Grise. Grise! Save!
I'm watching a battle of Hail Marys over here.
Yeah.
It's long ice passing.
You'd think there's a minute left in a football game the way these teams are passing.
This one in Flyback when they had the 2-line rule.
Yeah. 7.5 remaining. Pioneers with the puck, moves across center ice. And Burgess is just going to stop it.
Might not be the bad move there. I think both these teams need a breather. He's watched his team give up about 3 odd-man rushes, including a breakaway. You know, Lehigh's defensemen, we've talked about all year, they like to get up into play, but this is a game where William Patterson, they're a team that will take advantage of it if you do not complete your mission on the offensive end. You have to get back in plays, and I'm sure Josh Hand will be letting his players know that.
Showing off the face-off, saved by Burgess. These two teams will play tomorrow night at 7:30. That game will be broadcasted on Flow Sports. William Patterson from the blue line. Moving around over to Boyle. Boyle tied up with Michigan. Number 3 against number 3. Lehigh ends up with the puck. Zach Gruber. Puck tipped. Long pass. Racing after it is Boyle and Josh Gruber. Out neutral zone. 3-on-1 potentially. Michigan just puts it out of play. If Michigan missed that one, that would have been.
Yeah, it was a last man of defense there. His teammates had flown right up into the play, and all of Pioneers had started coming all the way with a few heads of steam.
Well, quick stoppage. Max Toomey went to go receive some medical care.
Opening the door for the.
Or maybe just opening the door.
Both, maybe. Yeah.
He was not on the bench. Now he's back on.
The live updates.
Yeah. Zach Gruber with the puck for Lehigh. Over to Justice. Justice moving back, the freshman out of Harvard, Massachusetts. Turnover in front. Oh, almost a shot off by Taylor Quimby. 6:20 remaining, opening period. Burgess deflects it away. Now here's William Patterson's chance. And dumped down the ice. The goalie's coming out of his crease. Out of play.
Not sure if he had to play the move. It worked out for him there. Doyle was definitely going to win the race to the puck, but Notch made a game-time decision to try challenging him and won the race.
William Patterson, very strong start so far. 8 shots, but a high percentage of them on odd man rushes. And they have that early 1-0 lead. Great Thomas sworn out goal. Racing down the ice. The Mountain Hawks will take possession with Burkhart. And another turnover. Adam Marvin moving through! And Burgess almost lost control of that one, but he gets a save.
Yeah, came out of his crease, made himself big there, and able to control his rebound off of the blocker very well. Something they'll definitely want to do tonight against this William Patterson team. They like crashing the net after they shoot. Very good habit.
So off the face-off, and Burgess with the glove save. Matt Smith got to that one, and
not even sure a second went off the clock there off that face-off.
5:36 left, opening period, and got a redo on that face-off coming. Oh, and a late shove. Adam Marvin is going to make contact with Malid, it looked like, and then it's not going to do anything. Marvin sack on the puck anyways.
It's a good guy to go after if you want a roughing penalty.
Yeah.
Not endorsing it, but
5:26 remaining, opening period. 1-0 William Patterson still. Face-off won by Lehigh and attempted a long pass up the crease A. However, Boyle was waiting right there. Thomas Boyle was waiting right there. Turnover, Thomas Boyle right in front. There was screening. They thought it was in the glove of Burgess,
Signals is his bad. That was right on the puck of a William Patterson player. Not sure what would have happened if the whistle wasn't blown, but I'll move on without argument. Good sportsmanship after an unfortunate call.
Face-off 5:09 remaining in the opening period. Pioneers win it, but turn it over to Lehigh. Here comes Grant. It's finally out of the defensive zone for the Mountain Hawks. Sworn out will race against a Lehigh player, however, will end up back on the stick of the home team. Sean Grant moving up the ice. Grant shot blocked. Drops off for Grise. To Sean Grant. And Grise just rifles it over. It ends up in a turnover. Neutral ice player lost his stick. Lehigh with Second chance in the offensive zone. Grant shot, and Behar moving behind. William Patterson will now break out. Grant over to Behar. Pioneers spread out, racing after it. We'll have assistance from Amato. Kept in. Door, neutral zone. Would have been offsides if it was picked up. However, it was not. Players getting tripped up. Door cut away. Justice back on the blue line. And George Boyle will clear it from danger. Icing called off. Dante Amato. Pass in front. Boyle attempted to find the stick of Aaron Dibble. Down to 3:15 remaining.
Oh.
And another turnover in the defensive zone for Lehigh.
It's a pass you're going to want to avoid there.
Dibble moves behind the net. In front, tried to find the stick of Zach Thompson. 3 minutes remaining. Pioneers behind, looking to extend that lead out to 2. Pass in front. Oh, almost on the stick of Amato. Back on the blue line. Shot blocked by Zach Gruber. Lehigh tries to clear the danger. They cannot. A relentless attack by William Patterson. Marvin skates around and is out of the zone. 2:28 remaining in the opening period. Moving back in. Josh Gruber up the ice. Max Toomey. Turnover. Matt Smith moving in. Smith shot. Teens almost got the second chance. Still into William Patterson end. It's cleared out, but they're going to blow the whistle for icing. 1:58 remaining.
And this Gruber line with for Lehigh is still out there. They've been out basically that whole shift, or they're trying to get out of the zone. You know, I know these guys got a lot in the tank, but they're going to probably try to get off the ice as soon as they clear it here. Can't change.
So in the opening period, George Boyle drops back to the red line, distributes it. William Patterson have shown control on offense throughout the course of this first period. Down to 1:40 left. Popped up. Toomey behind Masella. Justin Masella once again with it. Over to Max Toomey. Up to Sean Grant. Grant moving through. Left for Behar. And Lastra gets to it. Down to 70 seconds remaining in the opening period. Max Toomey. And a
good hustle play there by Max Toomey. Gonna draw a penalty there.
Jason Lastra is going to the box. It's the first penalty of the evening. And if there's not a power play goal scored by Lehigh, then half of it will be served in the first period and the other half will be served in the second period, as we have a minute and a second left.
Let's see what they can do here. Just took off the first line that usually starts the power play, but we've seen the second line also have decent production this year.
Great start to the penalty kill by William Patterson. The clearance right at the start. Lehigh have shown some signs of life, but haven't contributed anything on offense in a while. Down to 40 seconds left in the first. Behind the net, tipped around, Michigan. Charlie Long behind, attempts to wrap around. Burkhart and cleared down the ice Down to 20 seconds remaining in the first frame. 14 shots on goal for William Patterson, 11 for the Mountain Hawks. Ryan Mock up in to Mong. Moves it out, blue line.
Shoot
and
it.
yeah, they couldn't get a shot off in time, so that's the end of the first period. The score, William Patterson 1, Lehigh 0. The Pioneers lead and have a chance to take the lead in the ACHA with a win. We'll be back in around 10 to 15 minutes for the start of the second period. We're back, and we're ready for second period hockey. Lehigh starts on the power play for 59 seconds. It's a 1-0 William Patterson. Thomas Swartout has the only goal for the Pioneers. It is his 10th goal this season, point number 19. It is almost also rivalry week at Lehigh.
Oh, yeah.
Think of all the crazy stuff that's going to happen next week.
Yeah, one more day, and then we're at the 1 week count. Very fun week to be a Lehigh student, any member of the Lehigh community. Really, lots of fun going on. And oh man.
Yeah, for those who are not familiar with Lehigh's rivalry, we have a 145-year, 159 meeting long rivalry between us and the Lafayette Leopards. Lafayette just named their mascot. It's now called Rory.
Oh, Rory the leopard?
Rory the leopard, yeah.
You'd go with like Leo the leopard if that wasn't taken. I didn't vote on the name.
Neither did we. Neither did I.
But it really makes sense to have Lehigh students vote on their rival mascots.
So, exciting week on campus next week. However, first, Lehigh has a 2-game series against William Patterson. They are a third of the way through the first matchup, and it is 1-0 William Patterson. We'll talk about Lehigh next. What good things have William Patterson done that they'll need to keep up to keep this lead?
Their offensive zone has been very good. When they're stopping on the defensive end, they're quick to break out of their zone. That's catching Lehigh off guard a few times. It's how they got a 3-on-1 chance. We'll see if Lehigh's done anything to try fixing that.
Cutter with the puck for Lehigh. Up to Grise. Grise pass blocked. Moves from the near side half wall. Pass blocked again by George Boyle. Pioneer defense working hard out there. Ted Justice, and shot ended up more of a pass to the opposition, and Mike Grise just took a stick to the face as he skates back, and the puck is cleared down, and Burgess will play it. Mountain Hawks on the puck. Grise moving up, 19-10 remaining in the second period, and offside. 11 seconds away from this being a successful penalty kill for William Patterson. Pioneers win the face-off. Moving down the ice. Behind Max Toomey. Restore. Masella moving through. Toomey, back defensive zone. Restore. Door and wide. Bounces over to the far side in front of the Lehigh bench. Carried up the ice. And shot by Lastra. Deflected. Will go wide of the net. Lehigh breaking up with Max Toomey. Toomey still with it. Turnover, Zach Gruber. Masella. Lastra's going to race with it after Justin Masella. Lastra will be the first in the puck in front. Thrown out, save by Burgess. Josh Gruber for Lehigh, dumped in. Masella with it. Justin Masella behind the net. Michigan up to the red line. Right in front of our camera. Taken by Amato. Retracts to the defensive zone blue line. Pioneers moving around. Player tripped up. Long stays with the puck. Long shot, scores! Charlie Long! It's an offensive mistake for William Patterson, and they were made to pay for it.
Can't make mistakes like that against this Lehigh team. Charlie Long. What a capitalization. What a shot off the post and in.
How about Charlie Long, the Lehigh Valley native? He's a sophomore. He moves into 5th place on the team in goals with 5 on the season.
Wow. It's a big improvement for him from last year. He was working hard, really blending in this year, bringing it all into the ice, and it's a great time to capitalize on the rare William Patterson mistake this game.
So now we're back to square one with 17:20 remaining in the second period. It's an unassisted goal for Charlie Long. Once again, grew up just down the road from here in Allentown. He had 2 goals in the win against Navy. Was the only player with a multi-goal game for Lehigh in that win. Face-off won by the Pioneers. And as noted, the Pioneers looks like have made a goalie change in the intermission. So Kevin Brennan is now in net for William Patterson.
Yeah, I think Hunter Koch, did he leave the game with a shutout? Or yeah. Not sure why they switched after the first, but one of the first shots Kevin Brennan got this game were a very tough one.
Yeah, Brennan sets on the season 3-1 with a 4.62 goals against average. Turnover, Austin Tate's Boyle shot is deflected into the rafters. 16:27 left. We have a tie game in Bethlehem. Moving back, defensive zone. And the Pioneers still have it. Having some difficulties with the scoreboard. However, the score is 1-1 between William Patterson and Lehigh. Lehigh moving up 2-on-1 for the Mountain Hawks, and Brennan was there to stop it. Face off, 15:55 remaining. Shot and saved by Brennan.
This connection issue.
Green is currently down. The score is 1-1 between the Lehigh and William Patterson. We'll work to get that resolved over the coming minutes. The goal scored by Charlie Long. We have a tie game. 15:37 remaining in the second period. Face-off won by Lehigh. Counter it moves back. Justice. Turnover. And I think a reset on the puck. William Patterson's players will have to move out. Up down. And behind. Chris Dorr with it for Lehigh to Josh Gruber, and a good play to cut it out by O'Donnell. O'Donnell trying to skate up the ice. Michigan turned over. Amato near side with speed. Skates behind. Michigan with the poke check. Distributed. DeBull and Amato working for it hard for William Patterson behind the net. Zach Thompson comes in support. Michigan, the ice. Gore. And the Pioneers working it up. So far, what have been your thoughts on the second period, Alec?
Well, we saw Lehigh strike here early, and ever since.
Oh, here we go. William Patterson cut out.
It's been a back and forth battle thus far, and neither team's really been able to have a very good chance since. Kind of like the score, 1-1. A very close game.
Well, an ideal situation if you're a George Mason or a Villanova wanting to take the lead in the conference. Maybe these two teams get overtime, split the 3 points.
We're going for some hypotheticals.
As Charlie Long has it. Of the mock. Back to Long! Brennan deflected away. Burkhart. And Toomey. On low Charlie Long. In that near side corner. Left side, there's a couple of players, both uniforms. And up. Turnover. Matt Smith is taken down. It's going to be a penalty on Lehigh. Their first penalty of the evening. And we'll go against, looks like Max Toomey.
Yeah, we'll get him for a trip there. Might be lucky that he was awfully close for a situation where that could be called a penalty shot. The rest won't discuss it. I think his fellow defenseman back there, might have been Musella, was in a position to get there, so it wasn't a clear-cut breakaway, and maybe not the play Toomey wanted there. You know, that'll be Lehigh's first time going down this game.
Yeah, the first chance to see William Patterson on the power play tonight. That rate out. And William Patterson bringing Adam Marvin on the ice for the first stint of this power play. Keep an eye on him, number 17. As we mentioned, second in points as Royal takes it, attempts to pass down to Marvin. Down to a minute and a half remaining on the power play. We have an issue with our digital scoreboard. The score is 1-1. We are tied between the two teams. We'll fix it between periods with 12:20 remaining in the second period. Now down to 1:15 on the power play. It's in front. Oh, almost on the stick of the most dangerous scorer in the ECHA. However, it was tipped away right in the nick of time. Marvin still with it. Plays the pass to Swarnout and blocked by Malade. Down to 50 seconds remaining. Kept in. Over Justice playing high off his line. Over to Marvin. Save by Burgess.
There had been a 3-on-1 chance there. Marvin elected for the one-timer, but right into the heart of Kenny Burgess.
There's another shot, and
over
Marvin scores! You'll give him enough space for a certain amount of time. Eventually, Adam Marvin will find the back of the net. It's 2-1. It's 2-1 William Patterson.
And there'll be a play Ted Justice want back. Was trying to clear the puck as quick as possible. Unfortunately, just sent it right onto the tape. Adam Marvin, probably the best pass William Patterson had on that power play. And not much Kenny Burgess could do. He got it off quick enough before he can move over there. That's 2-1 William Patterson.
So for Marvin, it's goal number 9 on the season, point number 23. He matches the league lead, held by Sean Grant on Lehigh, who just won the faceoff. And now William Patterson back to work. They're up 2-1. Back behind. And the pass attempted up to Grant. Behar with it. Over to Sean Grant. Grant over the net. Reese behind, out to Behar. Long pass attempted up for Thomas Boyle. If William Patterson scores another goal, it's the first time Lehigh had given up 3 or more goals since September. That's an 11-game run of giving up 2 or less. Turnover onto the stick of Storer. Down to 10:15 remaining. Our virtual score bug not working. It is 2-1 William Patterson. Both teams scoring a second period goal. 3-on-2. Gore up the ice to Zach Gruber. Masella. Pioneers sticking with the puck. 9:40 remaining. Some nice moves by Lastra. Masella back over to Toomey. And another defensive zone turnover for Lehigh. Push up to Mock. 9:15 left. Masella down low onto Sycamore. Out Burkhart with the hit. Toomey out. Second chance. Now Masella fighting for it. Long behind. He has the lone goal for Lehigh. Sport out and Marvin with the 2. Oh, William Patterson almost on us to go long again.
Sorry, long guy. Number 2, they just couldn't quite control it. But he had the open net.
Lehigh with some offensive pressure. It's come in short bursts tonight. Move up the ice. And icing called. So William Patterson needs to get their guys back on the ice. .8:25 remaining in the second period. Hadret behind. Down to 8:15 left. William Patterson 2-1 lead. Pioneers moving behind. Push out to George Boyle. Grant behind. Ted Justice fighting for it. Grise. Catherine. Oh, Sean Grant. Grise calls for the pass. Up to O'Donnell. Teets. Stays on the puck. Teets out in front. Saved by Burgess. Southern 16 remaining in the second period.
It's a great A chance there for William Patterson to go up 2. We're talking about cracking that 2 goals against that Lehigh has been seems to be the magic number.
Now Knox behind.
Oh,
they got it downloaded, dudes. Yeah, that was close.
Be a premature whistle there, but I'm sure Lehigh County Bears will take it.
So face off here, 7:08 remaining in a tight 1-goal game between two ACHA rivals. Goldstein to out behind McClellan. Overhaul up to Goldstein over. Back there also is Stoffel. Marvin skates around back and in contact on Adam Marvin. Tates up against McClellan. Shot and deflected away by Burgess. And turnover. Overhaul tried to tip it over. Wasn't able to. Oh, with the hit. Now moving down behind the net, Adam Marvin had the last goal, has the difference between these two teams. Over to Boyle and over the net. Old Pioneers possession, and they have all the momentum right now. The lead, 3-on-2. Shame the lead out of play. These two teams will play again tomorrow night in New Jersey at William Patterson University.
Yeah, if you're the Mountain Hawks, you ideally want to get the one at home before going to the one on the road. But right now, it's looking like William Patterson has the upper hand. It's still a tight game here, though.
The Pioneers win this one. It's up to Lastra. And in front, Sword out, skates around to me. And still in a dangerous spot. And put out of play.
That was a tight window for that pass there. Sword out almost followed up his rebound, just couldn't get it back in front of the net.
5:30.
Just kind of lost hold of it.
5:32 remaining to score. Not reflected by the score bug. We'll fix it at the end of the period. It's 2-1 William Patterson. Masella gets it only to the blue line. Boyle sends it back. Sworn out and flicks in front. Mountain Hawks trying to create something here. Josh Gruber. Save. Pioneers doing a great job to make sure if something does get to Kevin Brennan, that he's able to stop it pretty easily.
Yeah, we saw that one rebound where Charlie Long almost had a putback chance, but other than that, they've been helping their goalie out, trying to keep Lehigh guys out of there, just in case there is one of those kinds of rebounds.
Face off won by WPU. So heading down to 5 minutes and change remaining in the second period. To me. Josh Gruber. Turnover. Still with Josh Gruber. And he's tripped up. Lehigh wants a call. They're not going to get one.
It seemed like you had a great chance there. Just couldn't get a shot off.
Pioneers moving up with numbers. Amato. Saved by Burgess.
Can't play for calls, but those are the chances Lehigh is going to want here. And they're hoping their first line. Really been silent this period in this game in total of Grise, Grant, and Behar. We find a way to pick it up against this William Patterson team that's done a good job shutting them down.
Yeah, they've always been matched up with that William Patterson top line as well, and You can't have any breathing room against William Patterson's top line.
Yeah, it's one of the lines that are probably close to them in quality they faced, and we're seeing them test it for probably their greatest test this year, that line.
Justice gets it up, but not free of the defensive zone. I feel like we've said that a billion times. Lehigh attempts to clear, and William Patterson keeps it in. Lift on the chance, almost a turnover in front. Lehigh got lucky there. Ryan Mock, near side. The junior from Wexford, Pennsylvania, over to Justice. And deflected over.
Good patience there by Mock. Saw his third teammate, Ted Justice, coming up in play. Found him in the slot. Just couldn't get the shot off as he wanted it to. But there he will get an offensive zone faceoff.
So rather interestingly for William Patterson, this game marks the halfway point of their ACHA schedule.
Yes.
It's going to either be 5-2 or 4-3. Marvin moves up. Burgess stops it. Well, we've been on all these hockey broadcasts this season. However, we're going to hop to another sport next Thursday when the Lehigh Student Broadcasting Club has myself and Alec doing the men's basketball game against Oneonta State.
Should be a fun one.
That one will start at 7 p.m. and it will be live streamed on YouTube. Grise to Grant. Oh, wide. Down low again. In front.
Grise was in the net when that puck out there.
Sean Grant, Ethan Behar. It's out in front, Michael Grise. Back onto the blue line. Behar. Tied up, 3:10 remaining in the second period. 2-1 lead for the Pioneers. Michigan. To Grant. Grise, and saved by Brennan. A combined effort between Hunter Koch and Kevin Brennan, 22 for 23 tonight in goal. Pioneers switched goalies after the end of the first period. Tied up on the face-off, and in possession, the Mountain Hawks. Goldstein over the net and out of play.
Well, the right idea there by Goldstein, just missed his target. Small window, albeit.
Well, I talked to Mason Goldstein this week in Saxby's, which is our coffee shop just off campus at Lehigh, and he was telling me about how he was excited for these games. He thought these ones would be very close. And he's right so far.
He is right. It's been neck and neck. I mean, when any team gets the upper hand, we thought William Patterson was having it here. Lehigh has all of a sudden had the last 3 shots on goal.
Malade and around behind. Sword out. Up to, well, he tried to find Lasher, just a bit too strong. However, Lasher's going to end up back with the puck. Down to 2:25 remaining in the second period. Max Toomey. Malade over to Oliver Hall. Hall to Malade. Stays, he almost stayed with it.
Great poke check there by Jason Lastra. Didn't let Malade get his stick down for a very good opportunity.
2 minutes left. Toomey down low. This is Lehigh's 4th line that's fighting for it right now.
Yeah, they like to pride themselves this year as a team that can do it on all 4 lines. And they've stayed true to that this year. In this game, they have shown it. That's been one of the key lines this game, and putting some fight back into it.
Toomey skating in and tied up by Boyle out of play. 1:39 remaining in the second period. We're playing hockey. The last game I did was a women's basketball game.
Yeah, it's getting mixed up.
Yeah, which was in quarters.
As quarters. We had three periods.
2 periods of hockey.
Call it a third, maybe.
We're in the second, 1:39 remaining. Face-off won by the Mountain Hawks. Off the face-off attempted shot by Josh Gruber. And the Pioneers will attempt to head up ice. It's a long ball. And on his Justice decides to defend and leaves a wide open Aaron Dibble. Down to 1:15 remaining. Up the ice.
I think he'll make it.
Yeah, Zach Gruber's going to beat that out. His brother Josh is right there with him. Down to a minute left in the second. Out on the blue line, Justice. Moves over to Catteray!
Oh.
Over. Still with Ted Justice. Rolling around. 48 seconds remaining. Behind. Chris Thor. Lehigh have showing more momentum in the past 5 minutes than they've shown all game long. As the puck goes up the ice. Chasing after it, Amato. Pressure from Catteray. Down to 25. Left in the second period. Marvin. Behind. Catteray. Ryan Mock. And Charlie Long moves up. Heading down to 10 seconds remaining. Long to Mock. 5 seconds. And down to 1. And this is a matchup between two of the best teams in the ACHA. It is not disappointed. We're at the end of the second period to score William Patterson 2, Lehigh 1. We're back without a virtual score line because we can't get it to work. It's 2-1 William Patterson entering the third period. Goal scored by Sportout and Marvin for the Pioneers and Charlie Long for Lehigh.
Yeah,
typical suspects for both teams.
Yeah, guys do have the puck in the back of net this year. Awfully quiet today, though.
Yeah.
The Lehigh first line, they've been going up as we were talking about. A very good first line. Really, Patterson has not having the chances they wanted today.
Well, there's only been one game this entire season where Lehigh's first line did not score, and that is the away game against Villanova.
Yeah. Generally a high production point for these Mountain Hawks. See what they can try doing in this third period.
One more period, 2-1, William Patterson. We're back underway with ACHA hockey at the Steel Ice Center. As Lehigh wins it, Grant moves in. Ring behind. Teets moves it up. A third period for Lehigh, which, if they need to tie the game, they're going to have to stop William Patterson from scoring. They haven't done that in either of the first two. Marvin with the puck, far side. And dumped in by Smith. Justice up to Behar. Behar knocked off the puck, moving around behind to Spusey. Up to Teets. Justice back beyond the blue line. 19:05 remaining in the third period. 2-1 William Patterson. Moving behind. Zach Gruber out. Toomey. Next Toomey save by Brennan.
A great chance there. And not the shot he wanted, but Lehigh's has been peppering shots on ever since that second goal. The second period, and it's looking like they don't want to slow down here as the third begins.
18:50 remaining, 2-1 William Patterson. Puck moved up to Lastra. Cut out. Nobody sitting there. William Patterson coming off of a couple straight losses on the road to Indiana University of Pennsylvania, and then before that a conference loss to Westchester 4-2. It's one of their two conference losses alongside Temple. William Patterson still with a win can take the lead in the ECHA tonight, depending on how scores happen in other games. Burgess down low, Lastra and scores! Jason Lastra with a work of beauty.
Oh my goodness.
3-1, William Patterson taking control in the third period. It's Lastra's fifth goal of the season, and the Pioneers lead by 2.
Wasn't sure who got it originally. Thought it was the tip in from Dante Amaro, but Lastra did it himself there. Basically a no-look backhand shot, just had the long reach right around a Kenny Burke's rebound that he lost track of. And
William Patterson now leads by 2 with 18 minutes remaining in the third period.
Behind a little bit of a hole now.
Charlie Long tried to find Burkhart. Burkhart wins it near side. Long back. McClellan almost tipped down by Burkhart. Mock kept in. Fighting for it. And back into possession of William Patterson. Zach Thompson and Lehigh with only one multi-goal loss this season. You'd have to go all the way back to the opening weekend against Rowan. Burkhart 2-on-2 for the Mountain Hawks. Mock moving in. Ryan Mock deflected away by Brennan. 17 minutes remaining. It's 3-1 William Patterson. The lead built out by the Jason Lasher goal. They lead by 2 now.
And Lehigh hasn't been the team that's played the comeback from behind hockey as much this year. In a little uncomfortable place. We'll see how they deal with this adversity.
Marvin versus Goldstein. Marvin wins the face-off for William Patterson. Pete's fighting for it, and they're going to roll it offside. With 16:50 remaining, still 3-1 in favor of William Patterson. Well, I know one team that is probably smiling at this result is Westchester, who just beat William Patterson in their opening game, and knows they have to come to Bethlehem to play Lehigh next week.
Yeah, not too many of these guys are foreign to each other anymore, but I'll give them a little bit of a confidence boost if this result holds.
Smith moves it down. Marvin tied up by Malid. $16:25 remaining. 2-goal lead for William Patterson. Here's Shane Malid for Lehigh. Malid moves it up the ice and out of play. Face off. Far side. Breeze and down there. Behar! Oh, they almost thought it was in for a second. Grant moved out and almost found Behar. A good chance for the Mountain Hawks. 16 minutes remaining in the third period. There's still a lot of time, but it'd probably be better for the home team if they got the goal sooner rather than later, and that is a penalty against Jason Lashra.
He's not happy with the call, but the rest saw clear cut. Sean Grant was happy with that call, and that's a big penalty here. Big opportunity. If you're Lehigh, you're down 2 goals. You're starting to think about that time on the clock. Lashra showing some frustration in the box.
Lashra has 1 goal for William Patterson. He also has both of the team's penalties. He's back in the box for a second time tonight. Toomey over Masella out of the zone. Lehigh has historically struggled on the power play this season.
And then they've been finding enough trouble tonight against William Patterson's defensive zone.
Behind Behar. Out to Grant, wide. Masella, Lehigh keeps it in, and a costly mistake by Sean Grant. It's out of the zone. 1:20 left on the power play. Heading down to 15 minutes left in the third period. It's a 3-1 lead for William Patterson. Looking to be the first team that has beaten Lehigh at home this season in ACHA play. Long behind the net. Over Murphy. Ryan Mock. 50 seconds left. Mock moving through. Ryan Mock stays with it. Puts it over to Toomey. Toomey makes a mistake. Stays with it. Half a minute on the power play. Shot and save by Brennan. 27 seconds left on the power play. 14-19 left in regulation. It's 3-1 in favor of the Pioneers.
Nice goal sequence there. Mock and Toomey to keep the puck in their possession, but just couldn't quite get the shot past Brennan.
That's Gruber under 25 seconds left. Justice over to Josh Gruber. Back to Justice to Zach Gruber. Screen along the way, goal! Second chance, Cutaway on that and saved by Brennan. One last chance, maybe 10 seconds left on the power play. It's out. That is the penalty kill for William Patterson. And we go back to even strength hockey, and they retain their 2-goal lead. Moving up ice. Race between Ryan Murphy and Chris Thor. Against the boards. Cattery tied up with a stick. Moving behind the net. McClellan for his legs.
It's seeming like Lehigh's having trouble tonight with those tape-to-tape passes we've seen them make all season. Could just be one of those nights, but William Patterson's definitely putting the pressure on.
Zach River saves on the puck. Out to McClellan.
Oh, that one's not coming down. Into the clouds.
Other than that goal that Kevin Brennan let in just after he entered the game at the start of the second, he's been pretty strong.
Yeah, no, he's dialed in, and sometimes hard to come right into the game. Not sure exactly what was the move there, injury or whatnot, but
Oliver Hall and screened out of play by Goldstein.
You know, I gotta give this William Patterson team credit. I don't have the counter, but the block shot numbers must be incredible tonight. I feel like they've almost blocked as many shots as Lehigh's taken. That's something Lehigh has not seen too often, teams getting in front of their shots.
Good job by Adam Marvin to use his skate to protect the puck on that face-off. Now with William Patterson to get the attack in, a 2-on-1 chance. Matt Smith was so close to putting that one away. Would have probably put the game away as well. 12:40 left in the third period. Oliver Hall moves up. All behind the net. Moves it back from the blue line and behind the net. Marvin now skating forward. Up to Teets. And offside called. The ACHA is a 14-game marathon, and you have to really take any chance you get as some pushing and shoving, more pushing and shoving. Players having to be pushed away from each other.
Yeah, some see it as a marathon because of how long it is, but it's not that many games in retrospect. It's just a lot of sprints.
Yeah, we just talked about William Patterson. I just talked about William Patterson being halfway after tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to think already you're at that point of the year, but I mean, when you're halfway through your season, I mean, really at the start of the season, all these games matter for playoff implications. There's really, you know, you try to limit as many bad games as possible. It's in such a tight division. You know, it's very hard for these teams to go out and not be
4-on-4 hockey.
Oh, that's the game Rutgers across the board here. Might as well mention that.
25, I think, is now worn by Ray Bresiak, if I'm right, for Lehigh.
I believe so.
Yes, Ray Bresiak, and 64 is Matt Smith. So 4-on-4 hockey. We'll see if anything changes. Grant moves in. John Grant wide. Masella. Max Toomey. Deep behind the net, Thomas Boyle has 5 points on the season. And hit by Grant. Masella. Minute 12 remaining on the 4-on-4. Moving in, Grisey! Still playing. Masella. Grant. And tied up. We're halfway through the 4-on-4. 11-10 remaining in the third period. 3-1 lead for William Patterson.
Definitely a smart play to clear and change there if you're William Patterson.
George Boyle. And moving up Gucci stays on it. 30 seconds left. On the 4-on-4. Now down to 10:35 remaining in the third period. Lehigh trailing 3-1. Shots even at 29. Marcella skates up the ice. 10 seconds remaining on joint penalty.
Could be adding to even strength about now.
Yeah. 5-on-5. Burkhart up to Mock. Justice in the offensive zone. You're going to see Lehigh here, now that we've reached the 10-minute mark, move with a bit more of a sense of urgency. They trail by 2. Door moving up ice. 3-on-2. Deflected away. Counter it. Matt Smith on the penalty box. On the puck now for William Patterson. Marvin deflected out of play with 9:34 remaining in the third period.
Yeah, there's that time doesn't really move slower when you're playing down 2 goals. It just keeps going and going, and already past the halfway point. Lehigh's starting to realize that they're on their last chances here to find a way at another puck past Kevin Brennan.
Pass moving over onto the stick of O'Donnell. O'Donnell cuts in from the near side. Pass aims for this. Aim for the stick of Smith. Now breaking out a 2-on-1. Door shot saved by Brennan. A potentially game-changing save. Smith dumps it in. 9 minutes remaining in the third period. Door moves it over. Josh Gruber. Rolled around to his brother Zach. Zach Gruber to Josh Gruber. In front. .8:35 remaining. Down to 8.5 minutes. 3-1 William Patterson. These 2 teams will play tomorrow in New Jersey. An away game for Lehigh. Stop behind the net with George Boyle. Plays it up to Quimby. And the attempted pass way beyond icing called. Face off in the near side of the William Patterson zone with 8:12 remaining in the third period.
Yeah, it was a big sequence there. Door had the 2-on-1. And Brennan's made the pass save, let out a juicy rebound, but not in the direction you'd want it if you were Lehigh.
Miners move it up to the blue line. Toomey hit at the point of the shot. Down to 8 minutes. 3-1 in favor of the Pioneers. Goldstein over to Oliver Hall in his 3rd appearance so far this season. Back to Goldstein. Shot and save. Malade still with it. Dances over to Toomey. Toomey blocked. Oliver Hall keeps it in and it's cleared out. Marcella, and we are going at it up against the William Patterson bench. Players on the ground.
It's going to be at least 1 penalty here. I saw the Lions judge put up his arm immediately. There's a little shenanigans going around at the William Patterson bench door, away from the puck. And some sticks somehow ended up.
Yeah. Over the wall.
Over the wall. Might have to review our footage there.
Right, yeah. With 7.5 minutes left, you have Dante Amato, number 14, out for William Patterson, pleading his case. Lehigh player Shane Malid is standing right at the edge of the penalty box. We have a shouting match.
I think there's some stick confusion in the madness.
Well, Malid and Goldstein are going to the box for Lehigh.
So 2 Lehigh guys in the box.
Yeah, Goldstein makes sense. I think he was the instigator of most of this.
Yeah, there's a lot happening in the scrum. I'd be surprised if they don't. I assume they'll take at least one William Patterson player. But if we see 2 in the box right now, I'm not sure this can end up being a power play for either team. Not ideal, really, for either of them to go down, especially the Mountain Hawks down 2 goals right now. And, of course, during an extraneous event.
William Patterson might be well suited to go on the man advantage, given that the go-ahead goal in this game came on the power play for them.
Yeah.
We're waiting for more deliberation on potential penalties on a scrum that happened in front of the William Patterson bench. The score is 3-1 William Patterson over Lehigh. There is 7.5 minutes remaining in the third period.
Yeah, times moves fast on this clock if you're a Lehigh player. You know, they've had some good chances. Kevin Brennan has made some great saves. You know, his defense has done a great job blocking shots and preventing quality chances. And it looks like Mason Goldstein sent to the locker room with 7:30, which would be some sort of game misconduct.
Yeah, they're going to give the game misconduct to Goldstein. And it's going to be served by Malid, I'm guessing, unless there are 2 separate penalties.
We'll have to wait and see. The callers, guys going around everywhere. But the Lehigh guys were the first to go in the box here. So since William Patterson's waiting for the official confirmation, maybe they came away unscathed from this. I'm not sure. It'd be very surprising.
There's some other games going on around ACHA tonight. I'm really fascinated to see what's going on in Villanova Navy. That's always a great one.
Yeah, no, Navy's a team you said found themselves outside of the playoff spot. They've grown so close to, and you know that's a good team there. I feel like they can play with anyone on any given night.
They played with us.
They did. They certainly did. And we see a William Patterson player heading for.
Yeah, they're sending Taylor Quimby back as well. Yeah. So Quimby and Goldstein are done for tonight.
And we'll see if assuming from this game misconduct, someone will probably have to serve a penalty there.
We're still deliberating here. It's taking a while.
Yeah, there's a lot happening.
Yeah.
And you know we've seen this a few times this year. It comes down to late time in the third period, and there ends up being about a 3-minute delay to put some penalties together from some sort of event. It's a common occurrence for some reason. I can't quite figure out why. These guys do play another one tomorrow night at William Patterson's home.
We have a Lehigh student crowd down here that is.
I think they're trying to mess with the goalie in this intermission.
Getting ahead of these William Patterson players.
Yeah, I gotta find some way to entertain yourself while nothing's going on.
We don't usually get a student crowd when we win, but when we're down 3-1, they all show up.
Yeah, I gotta choose better games to go to. They seem to have fun at any of them. So if you're,
hey, you can have fun too.
You can have fun too. Come down and see the spectacle at the Steel Ice Center. Decent amount of games left.
We're averaging at least a game misconduct a game.
Gotta show heart.
Okay.
No. Okay.
We have 2 players in the box for William Patterson. It's Gucci and George Boyle.
Yep.
And we have Shane Malid in the box for Lehigh. I think the William Patterson coaches want an explanation here.
Yeah. It took a long time to deliberate.
We could also use one.
I don't think we'll get one. I think we'll try to make an inference from what we were given. I won't even know if they made the right call. I couldn't see what was happening. There's a crowd of 10 players right in front of their bench.
I thought for a second maybe the goalies were going to run out. Didn't help too. Make it 12.
Be a little delayed, but then we get another 5-minute stoppage. It'd be the longest 7.5 minutes I've ever seen.
Well, hopefully,
believe it or not, this game is moving. This third period is moving quite quickly before this debacle.
It has stalled out.
It's stalled out, evened itself out as it does. And the question will be how quickly it's basically almost feels like another intermission. These players will jump right back into it.
The refs are going back to the William Patterson bench. I think it's a momentum killer for both sides.
Yeah, I think all momentum was put to a halt there. So, I guess Lehigh can use this as an. I mean, they're having good shifts here, so I'm not sure you'd have the benefit here. It's been pretty evenly matched.
The decision, I think we're going to end up with a power play for Lehigh out of this.
Unless Lehigh has 2 players heading to the box. Now that's interesting.
Oh, we're going to end up with.
So, I never quite see.
Oh, wait, I'm just going to pan the camera over there. Let our viewers see that there is a 5-minute penalty up for Lehigh and 2 minutes up for Patterson.
So Lehigh has a temporary advantage. And then
Lehigh will have a power play, and then we'll be on even strength, and then Lehigh will have a penalty kill.
They're just not even going to be on even strength. I think it's just going to go straight from the power play to the penalty kill.
At the same time,
So, you can with 2 men in the box.
Oh no, we're going to put Max Toomey there too.
We're going to get some 3-on-3 hockey possibly. I don't see.
But now 19's in the box for William Patterson.
All right, maybe they'll switch one of these to a 5-minute. With some live betting odds on what the penalties are going to be.
This is the ACHA.
Okay, yeah, they took that off the clock. I think they're going to switch one of these to 5 minutes. This could be it's going to be a 3-on-3 hockey we're getting for a little bit here, and that'll make this an interesting game because these teams have some players who are very good in open ice.
So 2 players in the box.
No, 1 player left the box.
I don't think we know what we're doing. And we respect and we appreciate the referees.
It's a tough
for all the hard work they do, but
not necessarily what they sign up for, but they've got to do what they've got to do.
I'm sure the pay for the ACHA is not well.
It's not terrible. It's not, I know there's been a problem with refs, mostly due. We've seen incidents of poor treatment of officials.
We don't know.
It comes with a gig.
We know that there should be 3, 4, or 5 players in the penalty box.
But they're left to deal this one out, and they're going to do it to the best of their judgment from whatever chaos ensued from the William Patterson bench probably 10 minutes ago now. Oh, my goodness. I think at some point you got to get a move on and play some hockey.
Well, how's your day been, Alec?
Oh, it's Friday. Woke up, went to class, and was just patiently waiting for a Friday night thriller at the Still Ice Center.
I didn't have any time to patiently wait.
No.
I've been running all over the place.
I know, you've been all over the place. Oh,
I went to see an event called Fusion that's held every year on Lehigh's campus. It's a celebration of all the various dance groups on campus, and there's 11 different groups, and it was held in Baker Hall, which is this big concert hall at Lehigh. Neil Gaiman, the science fiction author, will be speaking there on Sunday.
Check that out.
Yeah. And I had never seen Baker Hall sold out. It was a sellout crowd. They were turning people away from the door 20 minutes before the event if you did not have a ticket, because that's how many people wanted to go watch this thing.
No, it's a popular event. When a lot of people prepare a lot for all those dance groups, and every you hear nothing but positive feedback. It's just a very fun thing to go.
Yeah, and they gave me a pink bracelet.
Got a nice pink bracelet.
Yeah,
for the camera. Maybe. See Eddie's pink bracelet. There you go. Look at that. So. Get ready for next year's.
Next spring, we have Lehigh Dance Fest, which is
similar
the
to
spring equivalent of Fusion. So
there you go.
You can go watch Dance Fest. I think there's likely to be even more than 11 groups.
Yeah, it's a great time. Yeah, we saw some dancing just now, I believe that was, but they got penalties for it for some reason.
4-on-4 hockey for
final period will be 5 minutes. Mason Goldstein in the box for Lehigh, and then 2 minutes to Nick Bucci. So yeah, 4-on-4, and then
William Patterson power play for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Grace A behind, faces pressure from Marvin, moves out, Carteret over to Justice, turned away by Brennan. Carteret back to Justice. They need to score soon, especially given that they're about to go a man down for a long period of time. 1:25 remaining on the 4-on-4, but it's a major penalty for Lehigh. 6:50 remaining. Justice back defensive zone. If you're just tuning in, it's 3-1 William Patterson. 6:40 left. We have a minor penalty on William Patterson and a major on Lehigh. Mason Goldstein was served a game misconduct for starting a big kerfuffle right in front of the William Patterson bench. Grant assigned to net. Ryan Murphy up the ice for the Pioneers, taken by Justice. 6:10 remaining. Justice moving in. Out to Behar.
Puck's loose.
And sent up the ice by Thompson. Nashua fighting for it too. Oh, that was dangerous. Almost in front on the stick of Vincent Stoffel. 5:45 remaining. 4-on-4 hockey for 10 more seconds. Then we go to a 3-minute power play for William Patterson. Masella over. Bosniak saved by Brennan. Oh, that sucks for the guy in the box. There's 1 second left.
1 second left. Might have the door just a little bit open considering this faceoff's in the William Patterson zone.
5:33 left in the third period.
And we'll see the major penalty being 3 minutes left. And not a lot of time will be left by the time Mason Goldstein is out of the box.
Yeah, 5:25 remaining in the third period. 2:54 left on the Lehigh major penalty. It's 3-1 William Patterson. The Pioneers, if things keep up this way, will cruise to a 5-2 record in the ACHA. Long with the puck. Charlie Long moving in on his own, saved by Brennan.
Almost an identical chance to the one he buried earlier. Kevin Brennan got the best of him that time.
Masella out of play. Here's 16 left. I think I've determined that the people in the VIC section are specifically cheering for Josh and Zach Gruber. Every time they go on the ice.
They've got their fan club over there.
Yeah.
And why not some hard-nosed guys play those pucks in the corners and get good chances.
Josh Gruber. Push out. Carteret out of the zone. Lehigh resets. 2:15 remaining.
No one currently in the box for Lehigh. I believe they'll just send someone out when the clock expires on the penalty.
Zach Gruber behind. Marvin picks it up. We'll see if William Patterson keeps up the pace or if they begin to slow this one down. Josh Gruber out, and Lehigh was struggling to make offensive plays happen when there were 5 players on the ice. They're struggling even more now that there's 4. Minute 50 remaining on the William Patterson power play. 2-on-1, maybe. Boyle races back, tries to avert the danger. Josh Gruber saved by Brennan. Marvin up the ice. Down to 4 minutes left. Minute 28 remaining Oh, an advantage, and we have a penalty, delayed penalty on the Pioneers. We'll go back to 4-on-4 hockey.
I didn't even take a peek at the shots on goal recently. Lehigh's gone up 37-29, and William Patterson really hasn't been firing shots this period, but just not able to convert any of those chances.
The defenseman Matthew O'Donnell will head for the penalty box. With 3:51 left, it will be 4-on-4 hockey for minute 19, and then for 41 seconds, it will be a Lehigh power play.
That's a good break for the Mountain Hawks there. Gotta be wondering if the thought of pulling Kenny Burgess has entered the mind of Coach Josh Hand's head. 3:51 still a little early yet, but in the contemporary hockey world, we've seen coaches pull some maneuvers, especially in situations like this where you have the 4-on-4.
There's some all-time shenanigans going on now on that side, guys.
The fans love to get some dancers or something. I have no clue what's happening.
They made an interesting decision putting a pub next to a hockey rink.
Oh, they go hand in hand. I think another. Oh, you know what? This Lehigh, I don't think Lehigh called timeout. Their players are ready at the face-off, but taking a little bit of time to put up the penalty against Matthew O'Donnell.
I'm curious to see what the score sheet looks like after this game.
Might spend a few extra minutes filling it out. I've seen games where you have a lot to write in, start running out of space on that pink sheet.
Oh, Burgess is
just getting word from his coach to be ready, but we'll keep an eye on him. Hopefully I can gain some possession.
It's funny, it was skating towards the bench, and Coach Phillips was pointing back to the bench. Another try at the face-off. 3:51, won by Lehigh, but turned immediately over to Jason Lastra.
So, looking that ice, about to use that reach and just kill some time.
4-on-4, Grise over to Toomey. Max Toomey, pass deflected. Down the ice. No icing. 30 seconds left on the 4-on-4. Then it's a Lehigh power play for 58 seconds. 3:55. And Amato back, and William Patterson spacing this out. They are trying to take time off the clock. Down to 2:45. Masella.
Look, never chipped anyone there, but they called off the ice, and I think it went over the stick of Justin Masella.
And still back with Masella. 2.5 minutes left. It's a Lehigh power play for the next 55 seconds. They trail 3-1. Burkhart. Oh. Federer with the block to keep it in. And well down. Burgess out of the net.
They can ice the puck. They're down a man. Now they're down 6-on-4.
Burkhart had to skate around his own teammate. Ryan Mock. Sean Grant. Federer. Toomey. Oh, just wide.
Side of the post.
Federer deflected by Burkhart.
Gotta get two out man on the puck. If you're up 6-on-4, can't let them clear it.
Federer bounce wide. Back to Mock. And we are back to 6-on-5 hockey with 1:33 remaining in the third period. William Patterson up 3-1. Over to Sean Grant. Grant down low.
It's loose.
In front of the net.
No, it's covered.
Brennan with a great job.
He's been dialed in ever since giving up that first one to Charlie Long. Really been helping out these Pioneers.
We are down 2 goals, 1.2 remaining in the third period.
And I think Josh Hand's going to use a timeout here for Lehigh. 1:22 left. probably a good time to use it.
All of our broadcasts usually end up being around 2 hours and 20 minutes. We're at 2:15, and we had a bit of a late start, but it's being compensated for by this third period.
Yeah. Oh, you're doing quite well, really. A fairly fast-paced game, but of course, there's always some sort of barrier to keep it around that range. Seeing this Lehigh team not really have a bad third period per se, but they just can't find the back of the net, and I'm not sure it's entirely their fault or just the great goaltending we're seeing from number 35, Brennan over there, William Patterson. It's hard to win a game only scoring one goal. Kenny Burgess only gave up 3 tonight.
What a showing from William Patterson's defense.
Yeah.
A defense that has not been doing that great.
Yeah, we were talking about they were giving up a lot of goals. They score a lot, but tonight they really buckled down and have prevented Lehigh from getting the odd man rushes and getting in front of a lot of shots.
Behar gives it over to Sean Grant. Grant deflected away. Moving behind, Charlie Long. That's the one Lehigh goal tonight. Out to Grant. Down to 1:10 left. Burkhart. Second chance, Behar. He's behind. Out to Sean Grant. To Mock. I think Lehigh has 6 forwards on the ice.
Yeah, you got to get a goal. You got to do something.
Burkhart. And cleared out. Racing after his teats. 45 seconds left. Down under 40. Grise up the ice to Grant. A Lehigh first line that's combined for 65 points this season has been held entirely silent. Mock down low. Save.
Somehow, some way, the shooting lane's just remaining a little clear there on those chances. Just can't really get anything going. We're seeing a timeout now from the William Patterson side.
What'd you have for lunch today?
The cheeseburger.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, what about you?
Did I eat today?
Oh, come on. You had to feel up a bit.
Chicken Finger Friday. I went to Rathstone, our dining hall.
Dining hall, right?
I'm the only junior who ever goes there. But.
Oh, no, there must be another. Oh, no, the fan club's heading out.
Oh, they've departed.
I'm sure.
The premature exit.
They don't have faith that Lehigh will be able to get the 2 and 23 and 6/10 of a second.
23 seconds left. 3-1 for William Patterson.
Lehigh still with the 6 men out there. Kenny Burgess has been pulled for about 2 minutes now.
The same 6 forwards. Ethan Behar down to 20 seconds. 18, 17, down to 15. It's out of the offensive zone. 10, down to 8, and to 6. And William Patterson is going to walk out of Bethlehem with a win on the road. It's 5-2 on the season for the Pioneers in the ACHA, and they potentially enter first place in the conference depending on results that happen in different games around the league. Alec, what are your post-game thoughts?
Oh, we were talking about this. Lehigh team hadn't lost at home in the ECHA this year. They've been on a hot streak. William Patterson coming off a loss to Westchester. We weren't sure who was going to show up in this one, and they really gave their own to the Mountain Hawks tonight. Great play all around by that team, defense, offense, and Kevin Brennan, the goalie, went in. Not sure how to split up the shots, but 43 from the Lehigh side in total, and they only gave up 1 goal. That's a really good showing.
Yeah, really good showing from the defense. And if you like what you saw tonight, these two teams are playing each other tomorrow.
Yep.
And that game will start at 7:30. We are taking a 7-day break. We'll be back next week. It will be the last game before Thanksgiving for us. We will be giving thanks to Lehigh Hockey playing Westchester on the 17th. So we're going to head out of here. Been a long night at the Steel Ice Center, a long third period. And until next time, goodbye.
Go Hawks.